Right then folks, here we are, midnight walk and talk. Well, it's not quite midnight, but it's getting that way. Yeah, anyway, yeah, okay. So this is this walk. Right, I'm doing the video now, which is, well, you'll see the title in a little while. The video is entitled Holding Back the Hatred. Well, Christianity, Kingdom Talk, Holding Back the Hatred. Or Trying to Hold Back the Hatred, I think it's called, Trying to Hold Back the Hatred. Yeah, because there are elements in the video, or times in the video, where I don't quite hold it back. It does seep through a tiny bit. Yeah. And at the end of the video, you can see, or you will be able to see, at the end of the video, the evidence of what I was saying about the neighbours sitting there watching, enjoying watching Floyd attacking my dogs. In that quick video, the neighbour's boyfriend is sitting there watching Floyd attack Amber. Never once tried to call Floyd back. His only concern is, am I videoing it? That's what he's asking me. Are you videoing it? Yeah, he could see what's happening. He could see that Floyd was harassing Amber, then tried to bite her when she dared to move. Yeah. Well, look, the thing of it is, folks, you know, I'm not going to lie. You know, the people that I know in this world, there are certain people I really can't stand, and those four certainly are amongst that group. Well, I absolutely detest every single one of them. Can't stand them. Really can't stand them. Well, the thing for me is, I did a video, I'm not uploaded, but I mentioned part of it here. You know, they're so big on the point of what I said in that video 18 months ago. That I said two things that offended her. Yeah, well, I'm going to try and stay calm and try and hold the hatred back while I say these next few bits. Although in the last video I did mention all of it. But this is why I hate them. Absolutely can't stand, detest these people. They've tried to push me to the point where I completely detest them. They didn't need to push. They really didn't need to push. These people are liars and hypocrites. You know, next door neighbour, she's the hypocrite because of the fact doesn't mind at all that Floyd has attacked my dogs. Couldn't care less about it. Sits there and enjoys the theatre of it. Enjoys the show. So that's why with Covie, I carry Covie into the car. Because I know darn well, if Covie is walking across her garden, she would let Floyd out to attack her. I know darn well she'd do that. Because that's who she is deep down as a human being. Yeah? Yeah, that's who she is. As I say, you can see in the last video the fact that her boyfriend was sitting there watching Floyd go for Amber. And certainly go for her because she dared to move. I said that earlier. As I say, how sick do you have to be to sit there watching that? I mean, Amber was pregnant at the time. But even, as I said, a few weeks ago, it was only a few weeks ago, and I said it in videos recently. You know, next door neighbour was out with Floyd as I was bringing the dogs back from a walk. And Floyd again tried to do the same thing to Amber. Pinned her on the floor basically, in a submission position. This time she didn't try to move. And then I said, okay, Mickey, go and sort that out. I was going to let him go. Then she called Floyd to her because she knew darn well I'd seen what was happening and I was going to let Mickey beat the absolute crap out of Floyd. Because it's like, again, Floyd is harassing Amber. She's 2 weeks away from having babies. She could lose her babies because of this. And she doesn't give a damn. She's standing there watching it. Again, how sick in the head do you have to be to do that? You wonder why I can't stand these people? That's why. Yeah, all that crap about I said something that offended her. What about what they've done to offend me? I mentioned in the other one about the cigarette butts dropping down into the area where there's puppies. And the fact that we believed at the time dogs could get COVID. Therefore, she was happily risking puppies getting COVID and dying as a result of that. Again, how sick and twisted in the head do you have to be to do that? And the boyfriend, happy for her to do that. So again, he is just as sick and twisted as she is. So they come out of all this crap, putting on, don't buy a puppy from this person because he's this, that and the other. Yeah, excuse me, don't listen to these evil, sick, twisted little individuals because they are hellbound. They're going to hell. Not going to hell because of the sick, twisted shit they did, because they could have repented of that. Oh, they could have repented of that, but they didn't. Those ones happened beforehand, so actually they could have repented of those, but they didn't. So are those ones covered? Don't know. I can't say they're not, because technically they are. Technically, the Lord can still forgive them of those sins if they repent of those. But there's no point in them repenting of those, really, until they've repented of all the ones they did since they decided that they're going to make me pay for what I said. They've got to pay for them first, otherwise what's the point of repent? No, they can repent of those couple of months of doing that led to all this, basically. They can repent of that. It doesn't matter. They're still going to pay for all the rest, and they're not going to do that. Of course they're not. But look, their dog was the instigator of aggression that they called animal welfare on me, making out it was Mickey that was the problem. Right? They are incapable of acknowledging that they are in the wrong. We'll put it this way, if you don't teach your children about wrongdoing, if you don't teach your children about consequences, is that a sin? So for all you parents out there, teach your children about this sort of stuff. Because, let's put it this way, as I said before, you are not given, those children are not yours. Right? Everyone likes to take ownership of crap. Those children are not yours. They're not your children. I'm sorry, they're not. They're God's children. They belong to Him. He's given you the honor of raising those children. Right? All this point of, Henry VIII saying, I've got to have a son to carry on. Excuse me, it's not your son anyway, sunshine. It wasn't your son. Yeah, you split with the Roman Catholic Church and created your own church and persecuted Catholics because of the fact you wanted a son that wouldn't even be your son anyway. It would have been God's son. You'd have had a responsibility to raise him to be a good human being. Which, of course, Henry VIII probably would never be able to do that, would he? He wouldn't have been raising his son anyway. It would have been the nannies raising his son. It was just about keeping the Tudor kingship going, wasn't it, really? But does it matter once you're dead? Does it matter if your family name lives on? I mean, how stupid. The whole concept of that is just ridiculously stupid, isn't it, really? Your family name. Who cares? Blinking Nora. I mean, that's some worldly crap, isn't it, really? As if any of that matters in any way, shape or form. It doesn't. But your children aren't yours. So therefore, you have a responsibility to bring them up in the ways and rules of God. Yeah, because of the fact that otherwise they're going to go to hell. And it's down to you as parents that they go to hell. You have a responsibility, not the ultimate responsibility, that's down to them, really. But you have to set them up to make the right decisions in life. That's your job as a parent, to set them up and make the right decisions. If you can't do that, then, yeah. Right? I'll put it this way, look. In the video that's loading now, Neighbours would be quite annoyed about that. They may very well be quite annoyed about it because, yeah, I spoke to a person on the walk that we met about the situation that happened yesterday and today. I spoke about that. I spoke about the situation of the neighbours and the fact of all that stuff. But then again, hold it. Many, many nights they've been out there speaking to the neighbours about me. Well, they've done exactly the same. They're speaking to people about me. There may be people that they know, doesn't really matter. They're still talking about someone else to someone else. So therefore, okay, if they can do it, so can I. Otherwise, they're just hypocrites. So therefore, that's fine. They can do it, so can I. And the video of next door neighbour's boyfriend on the end of it, again, they might be upset by that, but excuse me. Neighbour upstairs, he had on his Facebook that image of me walking back with Mollie's pups and about me being a bad person to buy puppies from. Next door neighbour has that on her Facebook page. So she has me on her Facebook page. So if she has me on her Facebook page, there's no reason why I can't have him on one of my videos. Again, hypocrisy, isn't it, really? You can't say it's okay for us to do it, but then not say it's not okay for you to do it. Excuse me. Right? I'm not going to buy that in any way, shape or form. What I'm going to say is, yeah, if I'm doing something that you're not doing, yeah, I'm saying that's okay because you do it, but then, okay, that's wrong. Can't do that. Well, put it this way, again. Do the neighbours really want me talking about them so much on my videos? Because they seem to try and get my attention all the time, don't they? Why? I mean, look, if I was in his situation, went upstairs yesterday, if one of my dogs was barking, straight away, shut up. That's what I say to my dog, straight away. Enough. No more. And they stop. Right? Because they know that, no, you're being noisy, you're shouting. What are you shouting for? Barking is basically the equivalent of us shouting. So they're shouting. What are they shouting for? What are you shouting at? Yeah. Okay, that person's taking their dogs through the garden. I can see that. You don't just keep shouting at me about it. 1 second. I'm trying out a different whistle. There he goes, coming back. That got his attention. He turned around. Where's little Mickey? Got to train Mickey to come back at the whistle. You come back, that's good. Well done, Mickey. Good boy, Mickey, move. Well done, Bubs. And well done, Chew. Chewie, come back as well. I'm keeping an eye on Mickey because I've got to train him. Sorry about the noise of the whistle anyway, because of course that's going to be a bit annoying. Do apologise about that, that's not good in any way, shape or form. There he goes, turn around again. That's good. That's the hope. See, train him. Very easy. The first time I tried whistle training with him, Mickey, today. Straight away, 2 peeps, he comes back, he knows already. People make it seem as if it's so hard training a collie. It really isn't. Not in any way, shape or form. It's so easy training a collie. Of course, training things out of them, more difficult. But training them to start with, really easy. 1 sec, he's off again. See, you come turn around straight away. Right? He turned around. He was heading towards the path. He's now coming back here. He turned around. See? It was a walk earlier to Stinky Woods. That was the time when I first... No, it wasn't. It was the walk earlier in the Fairy Village Woods when I first tried it. That was just a few hours ago. That was the first time I tried it. And here we are, just a few hours later, not tried it again since then. Bang, it works. I won't do it again because, you know, it can be noisy. I suppose if you're listening to this, that's going to be quite a shrill noise. Well, I did try the other whistle earlier. It didn't work that well. It worked when he was close enough, but when he went to too far a distance, it didn't work because you couldn't hear it. So I've now put the louder whistle on, and that is a lot louder indeed. So that will work. So again, look, I've got to call him back, and I've got to get him trained to come back, because with him, generally speaking, he's a lovely dog. When you haven't got dogs being aggressive near him or towards him in any way, shape or form, he's an absolute sweetheart. Really. He's cushy, he's fine. He's got this grumpy sort of nature. He can be a bit growly, yes. And he can be a bit growly, that's true. Yeah, certainly when he's having his food, he'll growl, and when he's eating his food, he'll come in with his tail wagging, come over to me, and I'm saying, was that nice? And I start giving him a stroke, and he's growling at me. But his growling is basically saying, yes, that was nice, thank you, I enjoyed that. Yeah, he's growling, so it's the same growl as any other growl, but that's what he means on that growl. That he's quite growly. That's just, you know. So he shows his teeth to me. You know, like last night, same thing. He'd had his food. He got into his basket. I went over. Mickey, was that nice? Give him a little stroke. He's showing his teeth to me. His tail's wagging. Yet he's still showing his teeth and growling. Right? That's what he does. That's part of him. That's part of his nature. So, okay. Is it real aggression? No. Really isn't. It comes across as aggression, but it isn't. But then again, come on, a dog barking over a fence is aggressive, right? Sitting a dog standing up at the fence barking over the fence at your dogs is a sign of aggression. What is it? That's the thing, is it? How do we bloody well know? You only know by knowing a dog, don't you? You know? No, Mickey's fine. He's not a bad dog in any way, shape or form. No. And I say all the videos of walking around and, you know, at the Fairy Village and at the Stinky Woods. Same thing, walking around, and we come across dogs all the time. No issue. He doesn't attack dogs. He's not the instigator of aggression. He never instigates aggression when we're out. Never does that. Why? Because he hasn't instigated aggression against any dog. Oh, come on, he does indoors. You know, if someone gets too close when he's, you know, a bit tired, or he's just had food or something, or he's got food, he gets a bit growly. He snaps sometimes, yes. He does do that. But generally speaking, no, he's an absolute sweetheart. Yeah, he plays with Covie, and he plays so gentle with her. The others don't. Well, part of the reason why the others don't is because they've been told off for playing. And when they play with pups and hurt them, they get told off for it. Whereas obviously he doesn't, because he's playing with her and she's big enough. And she goes back. Covie, this way. You see, Covie's got a different collar on. The other collar was too small for her. I'm keeping it because obviously I'll be keeping one of Amber's females at some point. So that would be a good collar for that female to have on when they first come out for a walk. So I'm not going to cut up another one for her yet. I'm going to wait until she's a bit bigger, and then, you know, it would be the right size for her for, for all time basically. So that's cool. Can do that, yes. Well, that thing she's got on her, we just found it around the park. Right here. Just found it. Obviously some dog had it on them and they dropped it. It come off. Come on this way, Covie. Covie. Come on this way. Come, Bubs. But it fits onto the a belt or harness or something. So yeah. Yeah. So that's cool. she's got that on her, and that's good. So yeah, that will be. Well, that takes one of those little batteries. So that's cool. You don't have to charge it. You just need to put a little battery in. So that's okay. I can get some more of those little batteries. But as I say, he is pretty gentle with her. Actually, he really is pretty gentle with her. I mean, she can get quite rough when playing, and he gets a bit rough playing back. But it's really is. It's not trying to hurt her or anything like that. So it's like, yeah, leave him to it. Yeah. But he hasn't attacked Riley. When I first got him, we have moments where he attacked Chewie. He had that time of attacking Chewie. He had a bit of time of attacking. Who else did he have a little argument with? He had an argument with Mollie, I think, at one point, and an argument with Lucy at one point. Right, come this way. Here. No. Come on, this way. We'll go back this way. Well, if we're going to walk around again, we might as well, because we're nearly back to the car now, so we just reverse it. Yeah. Hi. I've done a video on football. I think Mad 24 Hours in Football. Well, yeah, Jose Mourinho got sacked, so I thought, well, as a Man United fan, it's worth mentioning that really, because, yeah, as I said in the video, no surprise, is it really? Not at all. It was always going to happen. He was always going to get sacked. It was just a matter of time. You know, always going to be just a matter of time, wasn't it, really? All right, Coves. How you doing, Bubs? Chewie, leave it. Chewie, leave it. Come on, this way. Come on, this way. Covie, leave it. Good girl. Covie, come down here, Bubs. Come on. Oh, now you want to pretend you have an itch, do you? So I'll walk on and let you go back and get what you want to get over there. That ain't going to work. Come on, this way. Riley, come, Bubs. Come on, Bubba. Well, I mean, the person I was speaking to at the Ferry Village, he commented, not everyone does, that these dogs are so well behaved, and they are. They're very well behaved. I said, videos are therapy. You know, it's a way of getting anger out. You know, getting any angst out, so that you can sleep well that night, basically. Yeah. Well, there are various ways of dealing with situations like the Neighbours, and that's one way. There are other ways of dealing with it, and God's taught me to deal with things in that way as well. There's a few ways of dealing with it, so that's cool. But anyway, on that video, what I was talking about there is that you've got Mickey, who responds to aggression by being a bit more aggressive. Now, that was perhaps because, when he was a pup, he was attacked and he backed down, and the other dog still attacked him. That's quite likely to be the case, because quite often that is the case. We'll put it this way: on that video, you see Amber submitting, yet Floyd still attacked her. If that had happened to Mickey, that's why Mickey doesn't back down anymore, because he did and it didn't work. So instead he does the opposite. Now, what I was saying on that video is, what would you prefer? Your dogs to be abused, harassed and attacked by other dogs, or for your dog to actually stand up and tell that other dog that's the abusive dog to back off? You would prefer your dog to do the second one, wouldn't you? Because you don't want your dog to be attacked, harassed and abused by another dog. Yeah. You don't want your dog to be like Riley. Riley wouldn't cross the garden with Floyd in the garden. Right? Why? Because Floyd had gone for him in the past. Yeah. Riley knew that if he goes near Floyd, Floyd's going to go for him, right? So you don't want to see your dog go through that. You'd rather have, well, for example, you'd rather even have the dog warden person coming round because the neighbours have made a BS complaint about your dog starting the issue, and it clearly wasn't my dog starting the issue. You know? Yeah. It was Floyd that started having a go at Mickey, and Mickey basically told him to sod off. How do I know? Because Mickey has never instigated aggression. Floyd has. Every time he's instigated it. So who instigated it? Riley! No. Stop having a go, Riley. If you want the bottle, take it. Move on. Standing there over it, you nutter. Again, you stop trying to be boss of baby, okay? Take it up. Well, we've got a situation right now where Riley's still trying to show Chewie who the boss is. Come here, Mickey. Here. Come, Mix. We're not going that way, bubs. Covie. Covie, stop trying to attack Riley. I just told him to stop having a go at you. You're going to stop having a go at him as well. Covie. Covie, leave now. Stop attacking Riley. Pack it up. You've got to learn. I don't care if you want to play. If he doesn't want to play, stop trying to attack him. He's going to keep telling you off, you nutter, really. Eh? Dozy dog. Pack it up. You're a nutter, ain't you? Eh? Pack it up, Coves. You're only going to get told off, ain't you? Eh? Then you're going to come to me crying because he's told you off. Yeah. Learn. Quicker. Nutter. Oi. Well, you know where they've got those cones? Hopefully they come and repair this bit of ground as well, because this is quite bad. Here. You can hear the river getting loads. I don't think we've had a lot of rain recently. We're getting a bit of rain tonight. Oh, that's the point. Temperature. Yeah. Tonight it's very warm, very sticky. Lots of heavy cloud. Previous nights we've had clear skies, so it's been a bit nippier. Not too bad though, again, considering the time of the year, it's not too bad at all. So, yeah, that's been cool. Now, this tonight, yeah, it's cloudy. You can see some stars up there, so it's not too cloudy, but it's cloudy. And so it's a bit sticky. Indoors, certainly very sticky, very hot. Temperature in the next couple of days is going down. Yeah. Tomorrow, not too bad. We've got a bit of rain in the morning. We've got a bit of rain 3 a.m. this morning, going down to about 7 o'clock in the morning, I guess. And then, yeah, we have a bit of a cloudy day, a bit. But then Wednesday, the temperature starts going down, and it stays down for about 4 days, I think. And then it starts coming up again. And I think after that 4 days, we're going to have the spring, sort of summer weather. And so, yeah, we're having the last of winter, really. Covie, Coves, pack it up. Covie, pack it up. It's walkies, it's not fight time. Pack it. Covie, pack it up. Keep on trying to fight, Covie. Pack it up. Be a good girl. I don't care whether they got the bot you want. That Chewie just gave it up. Oh, Covie wanted it. Chewie said, you can have it. Well, actually, Mollie had it. Covie wanted it. Mollie said, oh, yeah, okay, you can have it. Go on. She's a pest. She's got to learn to stop being a pest, because eventually they are going to tell her off. But she's going through this stage now where she's a bit of a pest. I suppose she's sort of pushing at seeing what's acceptable and what isn't. They're going to push back at some point, and she's going to yelp a bit. She'll come to me. I said, actually, with regards to her, that she didn't like to be kissed. Now she doesn't mind. She's getting more and more used to it now. She's getting used to it, so that's good. Oh, well, it's nice, isn't it? Nice to do. It's a nice thing to do, so therefore, you know. Yeah. Isn't it, Coves? Nice to have kisses, isn't it, Bubba? Yeah? Good girl. Oh, the battery in that thing has been in there for a long time. It's been sitting idle indoors for, well, ever since I found it. Never used it. Never had any reason to use it until Covie. But kept it knowing I might need it. And here we are. Need it. See? It just shows sometimes you keep stuff, you might need it. You never know. Right? Oh dear. Anyway. Yeah. Well, I look back through my videos actually today. And actually, it's nice to see. The majority of the videos are about Christian things. The majority of the videos. So that's really good. I'm pleased about that. And they progressed. They moved forward. Right now, I've got the proper mic. A proper mic setup. So therefore, that's better. See, the sound quality is better. What I need is a way of doing the video where it's not really jingly jangly moving around all the time. Yeah. Even as I step, it's not going to go up and down, up and down, up and down, because that's a bit annoying. If you're watching it, certainly that's going to be a bit annoying. Best thing with these videos is don't watch it. Put it on, walk away, listen to it. Yeah, you can see the audio of the dogs, and hopefully it won't be too much of the up and down and all that sort of stuff. Hopefully there'll be some good video of dogs playing and stuff like that in the videos. Some of them there are. That's good. Like the ones of these stinky woods. You know, towards the end of the walkies, there's a lot of playing with Micky and Covie. They start playing a bit more towards the end, which is good. You get to see that. So that's good. That's always nice to see. You get to see that. You get to see the choo-choo. You get to see the handsomest baby boy in the world, eh? The Chewie. Look at that face, eh? How could you not love that face? What a handsome boy. As I say, I'd much rather do videos purely on Christian issues. Although I would say recently, there's been nothing. Not really. There's not been a lot coming recently. There's not really a lot going on. I mean, you can speak about the Christian side of certain things, and there's always killings in America with police doing things out of order, or I mean the amount of school shootings or mass shootings going on is just incredible right now. It's going through the roof, isn't it, really, all that sort of stuff, so that's not good. So you can look at the Christian point of view of that sort of stuff, I suppose. I could do videos on that. But again, I don't really want to be doing videos on popular stuff. When I do videos and that sort of stuff, it's because I just happen across a YouTube video that puts it in my mind. And once it's in my mind, then the video sort of formulates. Or desire to do a video formulates at that point. So what's she doing? She's trying to get that one off him now. Yep. He just never have it. Good boy, Chewie. Well done, Choo-Choo. See, with Chewie, he's a complete softie. He really is an absolute softie, Chewie. He's such a sweetheart with regards to a dog. He really is absolute perfection. You wouldn't find one much better. You really, really wouldn't. He's absolutely gorgeous in his nature. Such a tremendous boy. He really, really is fantastic. He's just got such a wonderful nature. Chewie. He really, really has. Absolutely incredible, his nature. Well, as I say, at night, for those who don't know, he will lay on my bed. Like tonight, he'll probably jump off because it's going to be quite warm. but at least initially he'd be on my bed, and as I roll over, he's there, and he'd put his paw on my arm. And he loves to sleep like that, with his paw on my arm. Yeah. Quite often they put his two front paws on my arm as I'm sleeping, or as he's sleeping, and then he might actually put one time I had all four of his paws. Two under, two over. Oh, that was nice. Oh, I tell you. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. It really, really is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, because it's affection. That's the point. It's him showing affection and love. He just gently, and the way he does it, so gently. He put his paw on you, and then take it off, and then lower it down again, but lower it down so slow. You can basically feel as every hair is touching and lowering down so gently onto your hand. And it is incredibly gently. He's got such a gentle soul, that boy. He really, really has. Such a fantastic boy. I tell you, in heaven, they're going to love him. They're going to absolutely love him. He's just got such a wonderful nature. He is such an incredible boy. I love him to bits, really, really do. I mean, they've all got their own little personalities. I'm not quite figuring out Covie's yet. Well, the personality she's got now will probably disappear and be replaced by something else as she gets older. Because really, it's puppy personality right now. That will disappear eventually. There'll be a maturity. When there's a maturity, you'll see the mature bits of personality, and you'll see really who she is as a dog then. Like Amber has her own personality, her own ways. She likes to cuddle in a certain way, and she likes a belly rub. Lucy has her own sort of personality. Certainly in the morning, she's incredibly grumpy. Yeah. But that's something she enjoys, being quite grumpy in the morning. So, okay. Mollie, my number one. She's around here somewhere. Mollie! Here you are. Come, babes. Come, Mollie. Mollie, come. Come, rubber girl. Well, you see her on walks. And when I do the whistle for Mickey, Mollie comes running back, and her tail is wagging so much because she remembers doing that as a pup. She's such a happy girl, Mollie. That's the thing about Mollie. She's such a happy girl. Again, very, very loving. Incredibly affectionate. Loves a belly rub. In the morning, oh yeah, she'll roll on her back for a belly rub. That's something new. She wasn't doing that until about a year ago. Then suddenly she wants a belly rub every morning. She's just rolling her back, showing her belly. Till she gets a belly rub, and then she's happy. Yeah. Her tail is wagging like mad when she's getting the belly rub. Come on, this way. Come on. Over here. Saying Smiley, oh, he's a lovely boy, Smiley, eh? Hey, little Smiley Riley, you're a good boy, ain't you? Well, as I say, he's just again, absolute softy. Really, the only time he's not is with Chewie, because they're trying to work out who's going to be the dominant male with regards to mating and stuff like that. So they're a bit antsy with each other. At times, Chewie's going to stop being that because he's been done now, so he can't mate anyway. Although, he will be going through the motions. Of course he will. He'll still be doing rumpy pumpy, it's just that he hasn't got any seed now. So, no point really doing rumpy pumpy if you haven't got any seed, but he'll still be doing it. So, yeah, you'll still have some arguments between them two as to who is the dominant one. Right, in the car, we get that all the time. Yeah, coming down here tonight, earlier when we were coming back from the Fairy Village Woods, they're sitting in the back, snarling at each other. It's like, oh, for goodness sake, pack it up. nutters, you know, you're as soft as anything, you really are. Complete bloody softies. So what are you doing snarling at each other? But that's part of it. That's part of the nature of them, of, you know, boy, dad, son. Yeah. Yep. Because of course Riley is Chewie's son. Aye. And Chewie is the granddad of Covie. Come, Mollie, this way. Mollie, Collie. Good girl, Coves. See, Covie comes and called, didn't you, Coves, eh? Good girl, Coves. On and bub. That's what I say about Harvey. Harvey would have been exactly like Covie when he was still with me. When called, he would have just come. No problem at all. If they had just continued his training, it would have been really easy to train him to do so many incredibly clever things. Yeah, the bloke that I was speaking to on the other walk said about his in-laws collies do dressage and all stuff like that. Yeah. It's so easy to train these dogs, it really is. But you've got to be willing to do that, willing to make the effort, spend the time. If you're not willing to do that, then, you know. So I say these people act as if it's so hard to train a collie. It isn't. Yeah, oh, but we're working. Right. So I don't spend all day trying to train the dogs. They don't need that much training. They really don't. Micky, come. Micky. Come here, collar. Micky. Let's do your collar, bubs. Come on. You're not in trouble, Mitz. Come on, Micky. Micky, moo. Mr. Mouse. Come on. Mr. Mouse. Come on. What, you want your collar done? Come in. Stay there, Micky. Stay, Micky, moo. Let's do your collar, mate. Come here. Come here, Micky. Micky, moo. Come here. Do your collar. Where's your collar? Over here. Let's be here. There you go. Good boy. Covie. Covie. Come. Good go, Coves. Here's a good bubba. Alright. That's it. Very, very simple. So easy to train. Really is. They're not difficult to train in any way, shape or form. It's all down to willingness to put the effort in. There's so many people that are just, oh. Yeah. I say both sets of neighbours got collies. Not really made any effort at all in training them. Not at all. Yeah. As I say, I think the next door neighbour, I think she likes the fact that her dog is the way it is. Yeah, aggressive and nasty. I think she likes it. Yeah. So that's why she hasn't trained her dog out of that, because she quite likes it being that way. It's going to cost her, probably end up having her dog put down. That's the reality. Yeah. But a dog warden's going to come round about that dog at some point. Chewie, here you go. And therefore she'll get a warning if her dog keeps on doing that, it'll be put down and it'll be taken away, and it will. And she'll be up in court over it. And yeah, quite likely. There you go, that one turned off. Right, so I'll clip you in a second, baby, okay? There you go, babe. Right, stay there. There you go, babes.